Welcome, everyone. Hope you guys are having an amazing night. Well, now that I think about it, technically for me it's night. For whoever's watching this, even if it's live or not, that sounds kind of. Even if you guys are watching this live or not, um, it may be a different time during that time. Bring this one out. Should gain rush. Well, resonance should be available for me next round. That way I can get the mechanized servant to attack that one. I don't have rush for it. That's somewhat disappointing, to be honest. And he's going to summon. You know, you could summon a fairy. That way you have at least a monster to defend yourself against. Because I feel like bringing a fairy out might be more beneficial to have a monster instead of having no monster on the field. But it depends, because if that person have a spell card or an amulet, then it may or may not be able to. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Reduce the amount of health points that I have for that monster. And since that person have evolve, it will make sense to evolve one of them and then attack me directly to a monster. Which technically for me is beneficial, because I can summon the mask puppet now, evolve it, and bring one of my puppets out and attack the fairy and get some points for my mask puppet. Now that I have an extra one, sorry, it's out. Now that I have an extra one, I think I can use that. I want to bring this one out, but I don't want to use it yet, because if I bring this one first, well, I have to bring one. I have to bring this one eventually, because I want to summon this one next turn. But if I'm unable to summon it out, then that will make somewhat sense into it. But it depends. To be honest, I believe that my mask puppet is one of the strongest cards that I have. And also, Sui, the murderous puppet, is also another card that is actually really good. Okay.
My beauty will intoxicate you.
Not really upset about that. It was kind of expected, to be honest. But now that I don't have a monster, I technically should I? Yeah, I should.
I'm the perfect puppet.
Well, I didn't really want to bring Sui out, because I mean it gives me Victoria. which is a really good card to be honest. And it doesn't really have an effect the first time he attacks, or probably the second one. But that's only when I attack instead of when I'm defending. And most likely he's going to evolve one of those cards. Never mind. But you also see him evolving a card in this turn. I may be mistaken, but I'm not really sure about that. See? It was somewhat expected by now. Now I can bring this one out. But personally, I would recommend bring this one out, at least for me. Because I can bring this one out, and I can take that one and that one out every end of a turn. So I want to keep that one at bail.
Buzzing, flitting insects.
Hey, let's play.
Make yourself useful.
Okay.
Hey, let's play.
Make yourself useful.
Okay.
Searching myself.
That was quite well played, to be honest. I should probably bring half 9. Bring this one out. Bring this one out. That was going to get Rush. Well, against Warp, I believe that's what it calls. I can use Substitute and take that one out, and now he does have a monster, while I make his monster into my puppet.
Buzzing, flitting insects.
Hey, let's play.
Make yourself useful.
Fate finds us all.
Okay. That was a clever move, to be honest. Because if he went to attack me directly, then he would lose a card, and it would minimize the opportunity for him to attack me.
I can fly anywhere.
Which in a way he lost his opportunity, because I'm bringing this one out. Probably next turn I'm bringing my frozen mammoth, and after that one I'm bringing Israfil. Okay. Okay.
Failed you.
That's a really scary hand play. That's a total of 14. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely bringing this one out. And this one out. Dropping that one, dropping that one.
Our sacred forest.
Now he has only that one, but since he's getting another card, he has to record that. I don't know what it.
The stars.
Okay.
Hail.
Hold the one that's running for X time, X equals. Okay. I'm still on the good zone if he attacks me, because I'm still going to be able to get more attack. Well, never mind. I'll take it back.
Hey, let's play.
Make yourself useful.
What are you planning to do, buddy?
Make yourself useful.
I'm honestly not a big fan of that deck, the forest cast. I mean, I think it's a really good deck if it is well used, but it's not my type of deck. This most likely is just my last. Wait, what?
For target practice.
The pleasure's mine. This is great.
And that was my last. To be honest, I didn't really have high expectations for this, because I kind of figured that I was going to lose throughout the game. Where is it at? Where is it at? Need to click here. Need to move fast. Click here.
Enhance. Fire.
Time for me to prove myself.
Okay, these are good enough. I like that hand. Or at least the hand that I have currently. That is odd. Okay, never mind. It's working. Wise Merman. Then depending on what cards this person have next turn. Never mind. And I don't get rush.
Go ahead. Try these girls out.
Okay, so rush is basically the ability to attack on your first turn. That's what the concept of rush is. And I don't have it yet, oddly enough. Switch.
Go and get him. I'm gonna rest for. Ow!
Maybe 4 0 1.
Hey, let's play.
What will I get next turn? Okay. Okay. I dig it. This one is actually somewhat more convenient, because I can get a puppet out of this. Pop that one out, and pop that one, I guess. I want to bring this one out, because it makes sense to bring this one out. But I feel like I did really bad move by bringing this one out. Because now I'm going to lose 2 health points on the attack. And if that person involves a monster, it's going to be, well, unless it gains a storm, then okay, get ambush. Okay, fair enough. That should give me 3.
Time is warped ever so slightly. Do you know, my master? Cleansing mode.
And boom.
Our sacred forest.
Now I can attack directly. Now from here on out is, should I bring the Angel Sword Maiden or should I bring the Hellblindy? I mean, I like the Angelic Maiden because it gives warp. I believe that was what it called, ward. I don't know what called the ward for. It gains a ward, which it will help me to prevent any attacks from the enemy. I mean, I'm going to lose 5 points after this because it's on, well, 6 because it's technically a direct attack. If I bring the Goblin Emperor out, then there's some possibility that makes it something that's convenient for me to use. Yeah, bring this one out. And dang it. I mean, it gets Raj, like no problem with that. Now I can destroy that out. The problem with regular goblins is that it doesn't really have that much benefit in it. It's cool to have it, but it's not really that cool. It's a card I personally dislike the most. I mean, it's useful at the beginning stages, but once you're like almost close to the end, it's like not really that useful. 2, 10. Dang it. I'll bring this one out. He loses 2 spots. Or if I bold, it's going to have 6 of defense. I'm bringing this one out. I mean, I'm going to lose regardless, to be honest. Just evolve it because why not? No. Attack this one.
This is fine.
Boom. Wait, that one has 6? No.
You're done for.
I'm a little confused. He's going for the overkill.
This is great.
But I mean, it's kind of reasonable. You just want to finish it as fast as soon as possible. I would have done the same. My stream is not going that well. Hopefully the video output is going well, or gets better, to be honest. Experience buffer.
Enhance. Fire.
Time for me to prove myself.
I'm in it, so I will say it's fine. Okay. The thing is, like, at least on the output for the stream, it says that it's like a really low output, so you may have like some frame lag in it, I believe. Mr. Full Moon. Yeah, like that basically. For some reason my internet just went down. Okay, I don't. Okay, have a page. Valkyrie. Yeah, I'm soloing Valkyrie if possible until 8 play points. If possible. From there, well, next turn to be more exact, I'm planning to bring Junk out, summon that one, get a puppet, and destroy one of the fairies. And yeah, that's like the thing. From the viewer's perspective, it's a whole different topic. You may have like some lag in it. Yeah, bring this one out because I don't want to be defenseless. I wasted. I could attack the other fairy, which it was. I think it may do the same, huh? Yeah, it does. So technically, it was pointless to use that card.
Hey, let's play. Hey, let's play. Hey, let's play.
I want to bring substitute out, but I don't. I shouldn't. I was planning to take the puppet out, but it's technically a bad idea to bring the puppet out when they have that effect, because it's just a suicide run without having no effect on the game. Once I hit 5.
Stars are so gorgeous. Hey, let's play. You're done for.
Okay. That should drop me to 13 points. If I'm able to survive for another round, if possible. Bring this one out. Bring this one out. It's going to give ward both of them. So hopefully, possibly, I'll be able to withstand at some point. Oh, I see. He's looking for space. That way he can summon a different card. Which I hate the card, to be honest. It's cool, but I hate it. Now he's going to summon a monster. Probably. Probably. Possibly.
Elegantly, gorgeously.
Yeah. I had the feeling that he was going to pull off something like that. For this one, I'm bringing this one out. Since it gains war in it, I'm able to defend myself and stop receiving
A black dress to knock them out.
technically the ability was useless because that reason, unfortunately.
Do what a leaf's gotta do.
7 points.
It won't be long now. You'll be fashionable in the afterlife.
Yeah.
This is grave.
to be honest, like out of all the decks that or all the crafts that I have played against, the Dragoncraft is probably the most annoying out of all of them. I feel like mm, every single deck has its pros and cons. For example, the Poracraft, which is the one that I normally use, has more cons than pros in a way, but that may apply to almost every single deck on its own.
Activate. Enhance. Fire.
I bring unto you serenity.
Good card to be honest, but not really for a beginning story point. Same thing for this one. Uh, the Hellblindy is a good card. I love the F out of that card, but it's too early for me to use it. It's not really Warframe. The production, okay. I don't have the one that gives me rush, but I think I should be fine because near he hasn't put a card yet.
Join me on a musical journey.
Okay. I should probably bring this one out, but no. The Grimier is a really great card, but it's also a bad one. I mean, I like the concept of the Grimier, which basically this 4 damage once it reaches 10 play points. Yes, I'm playing one. And have you on my other screen. Okay, cool. That's pretty bad to be honest. I use blur out Warframe for some reason because I got a notification from one of my friends who is basically watching the stream. No awkward at all. The mask puppet should be the one that I bring next. Or should I bring this one? I mean, this one gains rush. Yeah, I'm bringing this one out because like I'm not really confident on the mask puppet yet. Because like I say, it's a really great card, but at least in my opinion, when I play with it,
I heed your power.
and it bailed me. I guess it didn't have the proper cards to continue, because
To be over.
that kind of situation happens where you are technically being overwhelmed by the opponent and you don't have the right cards at the beginning stages. Because it has happened to me before when I start playing some games. I don't really have the deck that I'm looking for or that I'm trying to play with, so it just goes downhill. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who does this, but most of my cards are from the biggest range that I have on my deck is on 2, 3, and 4 play points. But the difference on my the thing on my deck is that most of my monsters are basically what's the word I'm looking for? Spell monsters, I believe. Basically, the monsters have a spell that prevents well, not that prevents, but aids in a way the monster that tongue twist, the monster that I currently playing with. Bring this one out. Shoot. Attack this one first, because it's going to gain. No, it didn't. Never mind. I had a feeling that it was going to gain a +1, but I made mistake that for whenever that monster attack instead of me attacking it, because some monsters have actually an effect when when it's getting attacked and when it's defending. I'm planning to play that one yet. When we clash, evolve that one. Well, no, increase that attack points. Attack that one, destroy it, use the puppet, and attack with the one that have less help. More attack points, basically.
Up to heaven with you.
For my next turn, I may bring the crew puppet master. I feel like it may be somewhat reasonable.
Sleep forever.
Okay, fair enough.
You are done for.
I dig it.
There's no missing when you're this close. What are you doing?
Oh, that's a 5. I'm definitely bringing the princess out instead of bringing the crew puppet master. I mean, the silver cog spinner is a good card, but the problem with that one is that I don't have any like level, well, 2 play points monster. Never mind. I honestly was hoping for him to destroy that monster, so I can bring this one out. That's going to take a total of 6, unless he evolves one of the other 2 monsters, or he brings that spell card.
Infallible spear.
He gains rush.
Inevitable victory.
Okay.
Darn it all.
It won't be long now.
That should be a total of 10.
Farce.
9. I use that one. It's gonna go for 4, but technically it's not really a great idea. Until the end of the turn, this floor can be damaged until the end of the turn. Okay. Bring this one out. And there's going to be at least 1 monster left. Evolve it
Coming at you.
and attack direct to the enemy monster, or forward to be exact. What?
Okay, you're
Right,
done.
there is.
Romeo.
Now that I have 8, I can either way summon the crew puppeteer. Well, yeah, I can summon the crew puppeteer. um, Seawind. Okay, that's bad.
Good enough.
That's bad. That's like definitely bad. Horrible. That's definitely horrible. uh, Darn it. Ding it, ding it, ding it. Another lose, I guess.
I'm the perfect puppet.
Now the fight begins.
Break them, Victoria!
Yeah, definitely that one. That one's one of the cards I definitely don't want to keep around.
My
I definitely believe he's going to evolve one of those monsters. Or he's going to pull something on the rug. This is the Soulcraft.
It all ends here.
Just like that. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so funny thing, yesterday, after I was done streaming, I noticed, well, I was like fixing some stuff from my description box and stuff like that from the previous stream, right? So it can be more findable. And something I didn't notice is that it had a donation box, which I wasn't aware about. And there's link to the Streamlabs that I'm using to show like the comments and stuff from the stream. And I was messing around with it to see what I can do, what I can do with it, and stuff like that. So yeah, I just find it quite ironic because yesterday I was trying to promote my own Twitter account to be like, hey, I'm going to be doing this in exchange of this. Like if you guys want to see my stream or want to know when I'm streaming at what time I'm streaming, you can head out to my Twitter account, and then you can see there when I'm going to be streaming and stuff like that. But I wasn't aware of that until after I was done with the stream, and I was like I say, missing out, fixing some details on my description box. And to be honest, I feel ashamed in a way because it wasn't what I expected. Anyways, going back to the game, there are 2 cards erased. There are 3. Since I don't have a monster, the only thing I can bring is the flame. Yeah, the flame, the hardness flame. If I attack with this one, I believe whenever the float deals 2 damage to the enemy leader. Yeah. Bring this one out. This one is going to gain +1 on its each attack. Same thing for like the others neutral monsters that I own. So next turn, if I have a resonance, I'm bringing the silver cog spinner, and I'm bringing the knower of history. But if I can't, I'm bringing the goblin princess. I think that should be reasonable. because that one gives me
Today we battle.
2 monster, and if I evolve it, it will make sense. It should be 5 to 3. I can bring that one out, but I don't want to bring the Goblin Imperator, because if I evolve, I may just be wasting one evolve points. And now he can attack me directly. Okay. Five, 7, 7. That should be 9. And since I can't attack him directly, 4, 3. I can't really do anything with 3. Huh. I should both this one and call my turn, since he has 7 and 7. So if any of those two attack me, it's going to lose. I'm still able to have it. Technically, it's going to be losing. It should be making more sense if he attacked me with the strongest one instead of with the one with the defense. Okay, never mind. After this turn, I'm going to have at least 5 points of health. Dang it.
Me lose? Why, never!
Yeah, I'm definitely losing this turn. Yeah, I'm a little screwed. Oh well. I honestly didn't really want to bring this one, but I don't really have a big option, to be honest. Both one of them. If I survive after this round, I'll be amazed, like super amazed. Yeah, I figured that one out.
This is great.
To be honest, like I play a lot of ranked games when it comes to Shadowverse, yet I'm terrible at it. Like I'm surprised that I got to the 0 rank, because before the 0 rank there's the beginner ranks, and I'm surprised that I'm able to get to this point of ranking. But in a way, this 0 rank is basically like really
Time for me to prove myself.
beginners kind of thing. Like in a way, just to taste how it feels to play a ranking and see if you're up for ranking games.
Don't hurt me.
Hopefully by next turn I have resonance that we can use Rosa. If not, I'm bringing the Nowhere of History. But I definitely want to have Rosa available. There you go, that's what I wanted.
I can fly anywhere.
I feel like yesterday stream was going better for me. In all honestly, he's gonna take it with that one, and he's gonna lose my technically my shield in a way. I definitely want to bring this one out, but I don't really want to bring it out. Okay, so hardness flame, if I use a different monster which I have on my deck, which is the hardness glass, apparently it combines on the beginning stages of like the play of the game, and I really want to have that, but I guess I can't. Against Storm. Does she draw me? I don't want to use this one, but I have to use the Green Mirror.
Go and get him.
We missed the mark.
I really want to save the Green Mirror because when I have 10 points on a summer that on the fanfare, if I haven't summoned anything else before that one, it's going to allow me to attack 4 points to the enemy, which I think is a really great deal.
You're done for.
Nah, she's involved in that one. Should have guessed that.
Songs are heartfelt.
Ow!
To be honest, at this point, I'm not really surprised. Should bring this one out. The puppet string. Drop most of the enemy's monsters to 1 health point,
Did you like it?
and he's just going to have 1 point to attack me this round, unless one of those monsters has rush in it.
He's feeling hungry.
I'm definitely bringing the lion champion out, because the more it gets attacked, the more health points it gets. But if that person has, like I previously say, a spell card, is going to pretty much do that to me. I should evolve it. I should had evolved it.
But why?
I technically blew myself in that spot.
Hey, let's play.
Technically.
Hey, let's play. It won't be long now.
Okay, thank you. That hurts a lot. Yeah, pretty much this is my last. Once again, should I use a different deck? Because I mean, I'm keep losing with the same deck, so I should probably try a different one.
Moonbeam.
But which one should I use?
The pleasure's mine.
I think I should probably try the forecast, but before that I should probably like rearrange it. Used to see
This is great.
what's the one I'm looking for? before I jump into the next game. Yeah. Cards, deck, rotation. You know what? For this deck, I'm not like a big fan of it, so I'm just going to make like an auto select and see how good or bad it is. To be honest, at least in my opinion, my pride deck is the Porcraft deck. At least in my opinion, it's a really amazing deck. It has its learning curve, but it's a really great deck, at least in my opinion. Now we've seen for almost an hour. Let's go.
Time for me to prove myself.
Is fighting and despair all you know?
Okay, I don't really want the mighty dwarf. To be honest, the forecast deck is still somewhat baked to me, so I'm not really expecting like a really crazy amazing deck that is going to save my butt. Gain 1+1 and war if there are at least 3 other cards in your hand that are neutral. Neutral, no, neutral. Nope, I don't have any neutral cards. At least in my hand I don't have any. Probably in my deck. Put a random card from your deck into your hand. Last wish is draw card. So technically it should be drawing 2 cards per monster. Per turn, I mean. Ward, put a fairy into your hand. Gives another ally followers +1. Put your first into your hand. Put your first in your hand if it contains 2 or less other cards that are neutral. Put Thornburst and 2 fairies into your hand if it contains at least 3 other cards that are neutral. I'm definitely going for the Elf General, because I feel like that makes a lot more sense than going for the other 2. When you play another follower, gives a storm, then return this follower to your hand. There it is, the gemstone. So basically the gemstone carpet brings the Vigil Tortoise, which has 5 defense and 5 attack points. Should bring this one out and bring the old man out, and oh, it's only 1. Okay. I guess for that I should probably go for the defense one instead of going for the one that's somewhat weaker than the one I want to have or use, to be more exact. Okay, I was a bit mistaken on the attack points. but it's still 5 health points. For 6, there's the manga. If at least 2 other cards were played this turn. I'll be honest, some cards are really dumb. Straight up. So I don't really see the point of those cards. But some of them are quite useful. I'll be honest about that.
Your evil deeds end now.
Okay, that one gets it both.
I see. Your
He's going to attack that one. Oh, never mind. Follow with a 3 defense or less. Okay, I dig it. Give another follower deal X damage on enemy follower X equals the strongest ally follower. This card can only be played when both our target ally and enemy cards are in the play. Whenever this follower attacks, gets a fairy. 40 fairies. Number of card played this turn. Okay. Bring this one out. I think I blew it. Attack that one.
what in the?
That should be 4. And bring this one out. And go for another direct attack. I mean, that's the only thing I'm able to do. Because if I lose both of my current monsters, there's the possibility that he may bring a spell card and destroy my last monster, which is technically the only thing that, say, basically that. The only monster that is preventing him to destroy all the things that I have currently. And have another one. 7. Deals 2 damage to the enemy leader. Okay, that brings the mighty dwarf. I'm going to evolve it and attack the monster that is currently standing. Whenever an effect restores defense and do damage to a random enemy follower if there are okay. Funny enough, I think I'm doing more better than with this deck than the one that I had previously. I find it a bit funny, at least in my opinion. Gains ward. Okay. I should be having 8. I mean, whenever another ally follower comes into play, gain 1+1. Take the puppy out. Bring the dark elf out and the fairy. And both the dark elf, which should give me another fairy.
Just don't.
Now he's down to 1 monster, but everything depends on this turn, because if he pulls something under the rug, then it's going to be a whole different topic. You know what? I should have. Wait, 4, 7, 8. Never mind.
The stars always shine.
False idols caught
deal 2 damage to all the forests, then G plus 2. Okay.
Let us conclude.
That should be 4 points. And he's going to attack me directly. Okay. Figure that one. Now I'm technically defenseless. Technically. Yeah, I blew myself really bad. That should be 12. When you play another follower, gives the storm, then return this follower to the hand. So I can summon it, and it's going to gain Storm. If I do that, and I have 9 points. I was so confident on this one. Wait, no, this one gives me it gives me 4 points, so I should raise it to 15 points. And I can definitely tell that he's going to attack my only monster, because it makes sense to attack it. Never mind. I was mistaken on that. It technically pulled the rug under my feet. He technically did that. Should be 10 from this. 7. Okay. Gives the enemy follower -1. I technically don't really have anything good to play against. I don't really have anything good, even if I wanted to. I guess just play it off somehow. Just get more fairies.
You mustn't.
And lose only a monster, technically.
Justice can never die.
Technically.
Hey, let's play.
Yeah. I honestly find it super funny whenever I get so confident and full of myself. Somehow, some way, I just ended up losing.
Whoa, you're strong.
But when I'm like, you know what, I just be done with it. It just doesn't really make sense whatsoever. Just let me lose already. Is when I start like getting and winning and stuff like that. So I really find I want to say stupid, but I don't really think that's like the proper time for that. I really have a really dumb deck. Like, don't take me wrong, I like my deck, but I just find it somewhat bad. Now that I think about it, is Roger on this on the chat or on the stream, to be more exact? Because every time I stream, Roger is always there. So I've been wondering about that for like a while.
Burning flames will freeze.
Bring the elf core out. This one gets 1+1. This is really stupid.
Fate binds us all.
+1 deal damage to an enemy follower.
Flames will freeze.
Direct attack. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Crimson Bow Elf. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower, which technically doesn't really have an effect in it. So, both this one and take one down, I guess. Shoot up to one.
It's so cold.
I think I should have saved that one now that I think about it, because if I use it with a better monster in a more dire situation, I may be able to escape.
Won't even be able to try.
Our sacred forest. Ow!
Probably would have, possibly.
Still no match for Mr. Dragon.
4-3. Elf song, put your first into your hand, give all allies followers 1+1. You should bring this one out. If only I had some fairies on me. That should have helped me. Should have. I should have evolved it. That was really, really, really dumb.
I won't let you hurt
I
me.
should have had evolved it. Why didn't I say about that? I just hope that he doesn't attack the only monster I have. Never mind. I spoke too soon. I spoke literally too soon. Okay, so the reason why I'm not a big fan of the Forest cast is that it has really dumb requirements. For example, if you are planning to use like the effect of, for example, the elf song, right? Then you need to have you need to summon 2 different monsters before the card. And I really think it's kind of dumb. But that is just my own personal opinion.
What? Oh, come on! Come on!
Like, I really think it's really, really dumb. Follower an amulet, then deal 3 damage to an enemy follower. 4, 5, 6.
Hey, let's play.
The forest abandoned me.
Now I can use that card. But guess what? I'm still going to lose.
You're done for. So sparkly. Yeah. Still room for improvement.
I think out of okay, so I had played with 3 different decks so far. The Porcroft, which was the one that I basically was losing every time. This one, well, which I'm still losing regardless of the situation for some reason. And the one that may just change to, which is the Shadowcraft. The Shadowcraft. 5, 6. Deal 3 damage to an enemy follower. If I attack that one, that should be good. But I don't really want to waste it in that card
Let's play.
because I want to attack this one.
It's so cold.
Bring this one out. Take this one out, and boom. I should have bring that one back. Now that I think about it. No to relieve the move. Deal to damage to a follower X equals the number of cards played this turn, including this card. Maximum 5 random enemies followers. Okay, 5 maximum. And since he doesn't have an monster,
It's harder than it looks.
I think it should be fine.
Don't hurt me.
I think it's going to be attacking it directly. Never mind. Oh, I forgot to evolve it. I was supposed to evolve it and then just let it happen. A goof, like really bad.
I'll be back.
The mighty 12 has arrived.
Let's play.
Gain ambition at the end of your opponent's turn. Since he technically is not losing any health points, I think he should be fine. Well, he's definitely fine, to be honest, unlike me, who only has 3 health points. Oh, I hate that. Please tell me that this takes like 2 damage per monster. Okay, I'm glad about that. I'm like hell, super glad. Keeps an ally follower. And only attacks. Dang it. Okay. Another loss, I guess. Possibly. Probably. Yeah, I'm losing again. Because I really find this deck super stupid. To be honest, I'm not really upset about it, it's just saltiness. This deck is really... Well, now that I think about it, it's bad, right? Like, I'm basically shitting on it. But I think if it's well played, it may be a really great deck. But it's not my kind of deck. I can definitely say that for sure. Shadowcraft. I think I rearranged that one already. I need to set up decks more properly. The only deck out of my 3 decks that I honestly have gotten in a like selected by hand is my Portalcraft deck. The other 2 is just
Mother, father.
there.
Time to shine, Daria.
Oh, that's funny in a way. Cause I mean, time to shine, Victoria. Victoria is basically the card I use normally when I use Sway. Even though this card doesn't really look like Sway, probably. Now I'm thinking about that. What I like about the Shadowcraft is that whenever you lose a monster, you gain a shadow, basically, and those shadows can be effective to your monsters. So, for example, since he's technically a necromancer in a way, for example, the goblin zombie can aim +2 on attack and defense for every 4 shadows, which I think is a really great thing. But it has some cards I really think they are somewhat really dumb. For example, the big soul hunter that requires at least a level 6. Well, no level 6. Requires a 6 shadows to destroy an enemy monster that has 5 attack points minimum. That's like, it has some good cards, but it has some bad cards. I really like this one.
Welcome to the place between
The
worlds.
Twilight Queen has some really great effects. I like it. At least in my opinion.
You really stink.
I think it's the Ghost Rider. Give war to an enemy follower, to a random ally follower. Should have 5. Summon zombie. For a second.
The world's voice.
I believe. Bring that one out. Oh, crash. Are you serious? Bring this one out. Get my zombie back. Or to me. So yeah, I lost connection for like a split second. I apologize. Well, not for a split second, but you get my point.
Going beyond dimensions.
Okay, lost a monster. Fair enough. The clay. Wait, which craft is oh, Runecraft. Runecraft. I don't know what's a Runecraft. And I lost my monster. The only monster that I have in my hand. Deal 2 damage to enemy follower. Bring this 2. I wanted to. Wait, does that give me ward? It does! I messed it up. Huh. It got used. Oh, that is so dumb. Okay, so the queen has an effect because it's one of the my monsters that got destroyed, right? The queen has the effect or the ability to make any monster to repeat its effect twice. And when the when I deal 1 damage from a previous monster was into play, that monster got this. The ability was activated, but since there was no like an enemy. Okay, this is gonna be bad. Since there wasn't an enemy, that was able to wait, this is, yeah, this is Shadowcraft. Anyways,
Big souls. They're where it's at.
and it, I should have further evolved it. Shoot. An enemy I forgot what I was saying.
I'm full.
My brain just went.
I see to the ends of the world.
8, 11.
Destruction for you. You're mean. Ow.
And I'm left with 5 points. But not for long. Since I'm bringing that one out, that should be 10, 16 points. But since I'm bringing this one, that should probably reduce to
You mustn't.
10 points, which technically it doesn't really make a huge difference. And I used to lose to 7 points? What? Where is the follower?
You're too strong.
Okay. Yeah, never get confident on a ranked game. I learned that in a really tough way. Huh. Today hasn't been my night. That's for sure. I mean, I feel like I started kinda cage, and out of nowhere everything just went downhill, like really, really fast. And I'm going back to my Sharkcraft. I mean, my Portercraft, because I feel more confident on that deck more than the other two decks. So yeah.
How do you do?
Appreciate it.
You don't stand a chance.
The pleasure's mine.
I think I make the thing
You
is.
do.
The pleasure's mine.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. uh.
You don't stand a chance.
Now is technically the War of Emotes. Restore one defense. Yes.
Oinky, oinky.
Fascinating.
No.
But how?
I don't know. I just got bored right now.
I'm sorry.
Doing?
You don't really bring me a new one. I don't want to use Bakiri because things may go downhill, and I want that. Well, I only have like 2 evolve points, so I most likely need to save those properly. I want to bring this one out.
Can you hear it? The bells of joy. Happy? Oinky.
Because I feel like if he pulls something under the rug, at least I will be able to defend myself against it.
Blue.
At least. Wait, what does this one does? Put a random card from the spell book from your deck into your hand, and if he's gonna evolve that one. Does it have an effect once he gets evolved? It doesn't. Bring this one out. Bring this one out.
Go ahead. Try these girls out.
And yeah.
Happy? Oinky. No. right, Nick?
It won't be long now.
I won't let you harm Nick! Youch! Totally burns! I am the perfect puppet.
Now the fight begins.
Break them, Victoria! There's still next time, right? No! No!
Here and now, your salvation. Grant me your words. This ends here.
It is magic that forms my limb. Too far did I reach?
This sort of thing can't.
My past, my future, they matter not. Feel my pain!
Quite the enigma.
This is grave.
That was an interesting match, guys. I feel like super terrible right now. Like every time that I try to, like, at least somehow suppress to beat the somebody, it's like, no, I'm sorry, mate. It's just like, no, you can't win. You can, but you shouldn't. Like every time, just things go downhill.
Activate. Enhance. Fire. I traverse dimensions to defeat you.
Yeah, I think this should be fine for at least for my for my start 3 cards.
The pleasure's mine. The pleasure's mine.
To be honest, starting the match is good, but sometimes it's not rate that great. Well, the pros for starting the match is basically you're able to have to start with 1 point above the opposite player, But the problem with that is the problem with that. Sorry, I just got a brain fart. The problem with that is that the enemy has more access to evolve points, unlike you. But also, it has what's the word I'm looking for? It also has 1 point less for evolution. Which, don't take me wrong, I think is a really neat thing, right? But the problem with that, deal with damage to the enemy leader. Put a moving sun into your hand.
Yeah. I felt you.
The problem with
Depths of the abyss. The darkness doesn't end.
the problem with that is that
He's feeling hungry.
yeah, basically he gets more evolve points and he's able to get evolved faster than you. But that's not the case every single time. I previously mentioned that Dragon Craft. It seems like you were too hasty on playing your cards and you were beat. Game long game match. What patience that person was having. Play and stack against you. That's actually pretty true, to be honest.
Into the world of end, to the depths of the abyss.
It's not like I was like somewhat hasty. It's just some situations. It's like, okay, I need to like figure out which cards I need to use properly, so I don't have to like screw it up. Basically, sometimes it happens like that.
Depths of the abyss.
Um,
The darkness doesn't end.
in some points, it happens like that when you want to keep what you just pulls a 180 on you. That has happened to me before. Okay, so I think I told this story on yesterday's stream. So how it went basically was that I was beating the guy. The guy had probably like around 5-ish, 4-ish. Well, point being, he had like less than 10 points of health, and somehow, some way, he defeated me. I had at least 18 points of health by that time, and he used a spell card that basically pulled everything under the rug. I blew it. I should attack it. I think this was a mistake. I should have attacked it. That one would have the risk of losing 5 points of health. Yeah, on this one I was hasty
Initiate.
too. But that's not the monster I can attack. Unless he evolved that one, then it will make sense. So here's one of the things. Some cards has an effect on other cards. And sometimes those cards can stack on those cards. Because from what I was reading on, the effect of that card was like, you need 10 points to summon this monster.
My lord.
And it wasn't like that when it was basically my turn for that. Bring this one out. I mean, it tends to happen. Like, it may be somewhat hasty.
Shutting down.
Wait, did you really think I was hasty? like like I feel like I'm maybe making some excuses. I'm maybe making some excuses. So I'm like, hey, this didn't happen, and it actually happened this way.
Weapons, got you covered.
So he's going to lose at least 7 points unless he destroys Victoria. That one gets Rush. I wouldn't recommend attacking,
Power of machinery.
but I feel like he's going to evolve a card. Just a hunch that I have. Because in all honesty, having Victoria is not really good when it's basically combat. Especially if it is an evolved Victoria. Because that one can attack twice. So technically it's not a good idea to keep that one. Yeah, bring this one, and bring this one out. Take this one out. Attack this one. And then use Victoria to attack twice, which you should drop it to 12.
Victory through steel!
You're through.
Fall before the might of Black Eye!
Okay. That wasn't a really great idea, to be honest. He should have went straight up for Victoria. The reason why, like the previous said, he can attack twice, and since I have puppets on me, I'm still able to use those puppets to attack it because he doesn't have a ward. So once I reduce enough health points against him, I can attack once against him and attack directly for the second time. The problem from here is what? Never mind.
Machinery.
I felt like he was going to pull something like a huge card, like a level, I don't know, level 10 for per se. But that technically, well, a level 9, because I believe the name is Raphael, I believe. That one has a total of
Darkness on this plane.
8 attack points, and every time it deals damage, it reduces the health of the enemy. Now I can use this one. That's why I saved that card all this time.
It broke.
Should deal 8. Since Victoria is already evolved, I can't really evolve it. So that should be a total of 10 attack points, and this is my win.
This is great.
This is probably the reason why you don't really want to have Victoria on the enemy's field, or your opponent's field to be more exact. Because once you start using Victoria, it's like you can attack twice, and that's technically a disadvantage. Same thing for is refill. That one can take all the enemies for 2 points. And if it's like a really strong card, it's going to lower the health points, which it will make more easier to destroy. So there's some cards that you don't really want the enemy to have, especially those ones that have an effect on them. Now if I can get oh, I should attack directly. That was my mistake. If I can get the hardness flame, I should be good to go. Should be good to go. Okay. The problem with the Goblin Princess is that one summons 2 goblins. So for me to be able to use it, I need to destroy at least 2 of my monsters. And I don't want to destroy the Goblin King? Emperor, I mean. Because if I destroy it, things are going... Well, so basically, the Goblin Emperor has an ability to increase the monsters what's the word I'm looking for? To give the monsters rush in case that well, it gives the monsters rush if it's 1 or below, and all the goblins are level 1 or 1 play point. But if I summon the Goblin Princess, if I summon the Goblin Princess, guess what I wanted. If I summon the Goblin Princess, it's going to bring 2 goblins, and since I'm able to use a rush with that, I'm able to basically to use them to attack, just like that. And I have more space to attack directly. I should have evolved one of those, but I don't really see the point right now, since basically all my field is fill. But also it can be the possibility that he can pull off something like that. But if he has a monster that has ward, then that's going to be more difficult for me to attack. Yeah, so it was completely my win. But if he had ward, then it may take me a couple, like possibly 1 or 2 more turns to defeat him. Wait, what's happening? Did I had a wind strike? I don't think so, did I? Okay. So I've been streaming for at least an hour and 45 minutes. So I may go for another 1 or 2 more games before calling it a night. Oh, the Shadowcraft. Funny. At least maybe it's a funny way to finish the night or the stream. I mean, because it was like the last technical opponent that I had.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
The pleasure's mine.
Okay. Bring the Vanguard out, even though I can't evolve it, basically. Okay, this one needs 3.
And back I go.
Okay. That one needs. That one doesn't really require anything.
Welcome to the city of hopes and dreams.
Should I? Should I not? I mean, it's convenient in a realistic matter to bring that one out. Okay. Should bring. I want to bring that one out, but it's not really convenient.
So filthy.
If that monster gets destroyed, it's going to be convenient because it's going to have. Only going to have one monster at the time. That's going to 5 and 4. It's going to attack me directly.
What do you know?
I still have at least 5. Bring this one out. Bring this one out. Bring this one out. And attack this one directly. Oh, wait, what this one does? Please don't jump it, don't jump it. At the start of your turn, perform necromance. Evolve. Can't stack. Yeah, I might have to evolve this one, even if I don't really want to. Because if that one gets evolved, it's going to be at least 7 to 6, 7 attack points and 6 health points. Oh, who's lurking? What do you mean by lurking? I'm sorry, dude. Like I didn't look at the text. But what do you mean by lurking?
Food should act like food. Did you like it?
Away, fangless one.
Then shine.
By lurking. I should cannot about that. That should be 7.
Isn't this a wonderful program?
He's definitely going to evolve that.
Want to play?
And that should evolve to an 8.
Feels like you're part of the action. But why?
Should have used one of those, but I don't really want to use one of those. Bring this one out, and evolve that one.
What a little pipsqueak.
Evolve this one, attack this one directly.
Fight begins.
And this one.
Come again, would you?
Souls, they're so fresh.
And evolve. Okay, fair enough.
I'm coming for you.
They're so fresh.
I.
Coming.
Okay, I see. That was a really well play.
Here and now.
Your viewers count is 3, meaning there's 1 or 2 who are watching but not talking, aka lurking. Okay, it has to happen. Um, like I honestly like don't really get upset because I mean most of the people who are watching the stream throughout this time is people from Asia most likely. So yeah, and I'm getting money. Well, downgraded to rank 0 again. So yeah, most of my current viewers at this time specifically are from Asia. If I stream earlier, then I may guess speaking or Spanish English pokers, depending on who's wanting to join to the chat and stuff. So, because why not? Not complaining. Oh, it's totally fun. I'm used to explaining. I tend to do this a lot because I it's not like I like to show off my cars and stuff like that or like their wars. It's more like, well, since it's technically almost 2 hours, I'm just going to jump into this because this is something I tend to do a lot. Because I like to show what I get because I'm that selfish in a way. But it also helps me to learn about this and explain some of the cards. Okay, Severant, I don't use the Forest Cast that much. When this follower attacks an enemy follower, then its ability to attack, then on the next turn. Technically, this is a really bad card, at least in my opinion. I mean, it sounds useful, but no, like something I may be able to use. Give an ally your first. Okay. I may be able to use this one. No, wait, I don't want to use that one. That one's a paragraph. That one's a useful one. I have that one. Give at least 5 points. It seems your head is in the string compared to that game as a margin of 55-45. I tend to keep a balance on both. Because to be honest, like when it comes to the stream, like there's not really that many people, so or people who interact on the chat, so I just tends to explain what's going on because every time the stream is over, it's going to be uploaded to my channel and everyone can see it, right? So I'm just like explaining what are the possibilities of like either way me losing or winning depending on who and what cards am I playing against. It may sound a bit selfish though, but it's just like the idea that I have when it comes to like trying to balance it out. Because to be honest, like I don't really think my deck is like a really great deck, right? So sometimes I can find like really great matches in which I may lose or I may win, and there's some that I just straight up badly lose, and there's some that I just keep winning over and over again. It just depends on what cards I have at the moment and how to play them. This one's a new one, but I can use a Procraft. Active Vengeance, if you defense more than 10, plus until left area. At the end of the Swordcraft gains ambush. That's a good one. Well, I haven't used some of these cards, but some of them against me are quite well useful. Then gives +2 to run of ally follower. to be honest, like I don't really like Dragoncraft, but I think for a beginner stage, it may be more helpful when you start playing the game. But for somebody who's like average experience, I don't really think it's going to be that helpful for them. Guns plus one, storm if at least two. So this is the reason why I dislike forecast. It gives storm, but you have to play two cards before that specific card. So from what I'm basing and from what I've seen whenever I play a forecast is that the monsters so basically the more cards you play, the better for you in a way, because you can activate their effects, and I personally don't really enjoy that. Shroud. This one's actually a good one. I like this one. Well, I'll listen to the details because it has ambush and bane. This one's a neutral. Gives both leader the follow effect. Will not activate. This effect lasts until this follower lives. Oh, this is a neat one. I may have to add this one on my deck. And I think that's all of them. Yeah. Jungle's Nest is a useful one. There are some cards from the Dragoncraft that I honestly want to have on my Porcraft deck, but it doesn't really go with it. Well, I think that should be everything for tonight's stream. So if you guys enjoy the stream, subscribe. I'm probably going to start doing these daily throughout the summer. If hopefully, I'm going to try. It's not like I'm going to be doing it. I'm just going to see if I'm able to pull it off. If not, I will probably just tweet it out. The Twitter handout is on the description below, like really on the low of like the stream technically. So sorry about that. If you guys enjoyed the video, just drop some likes. I mean, that would be, it will be useful in a way. If you guys didn't enjoy it, let me know why. I'm open to feedback and stuff like that. And hopefully once I get a better computer, then I'll be able to stream more games. Games I've been wanting to stream for a while. Such as Arma, Warframe, Warface and stuff like that. Killing Floor. I'm probably hoping to with some buddies of mine if they're up for it. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys have a really wonderful night, day, afternoon, or in my case, like late in the morning or late in the night to be more exact. So yeah. Hope you guys have a wonderful time. See ya.